Evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Middletown Area School District is proud to present the Middletown Blue Wave Band. Join the Blue Wave Band on a journey of enlightenment as we move through darkness, insight, reformation, and renewal. As the show progresses, you will see the renewal and redemption of the band from the ashes of villains to their true identity. Is every villain truly evil? Is there an element of a villain in all of us? Watch, listen, and decide for yourselves. Musical selections include Heathens by 21 Pilots, Just No Time to Die by Billie Eilish, and Bring Me Back to Life by Evanescence. Music arranged by Jay Leda and percussion by Michael Brown. Soloists include Danica Horn on flute, Caden Grady on drum set, Tyson Bomberger on trumpet, and Dustin Briner on trombone. Under the direction of drum major Adam Moore, the Middletown Blue Wave Band is proud to present Villains.
Wait, let's do 120,000. Hey, Mom, want to pass it out, Fry?
Calling all units. The suspect is a crime syndicate known as the Middletown Blue Wave Band, wanted for villainous crime. They are conducted by drum major Adam Moore. Proceed with caution and avoid the deceiving heathens at all costs, or you will become a villain yourself.
instructional staff for the Blue Wave Band include Director Mr. Matthew Landrum, Assistant Directors Ms. Kristen Zilgar and Ms. Mackenzie Kaiser, Field Director Mr. Dustin Smith, Guard Instructor Becca Becker, Assistant Guard Instructor Sarah Fraker. Student leadership includes President Dakota Schertzer, Secretary Tyson Bomberger, and Quartermasters Colton Foltz and Danica Horn. The 2023 Blue Wave Band would sincerely like to thank all parents, friends, relatives, faculty, and school administration for supporting the music program in Middletown Area School District.
And with that, we are live here at West Perry High School Mustang Stadium for the second to last time in the regular season as the undefeated West Perry Mustangs come to this game with 7 wins, looking to make it 8 in a row as they take on the Middletown Blue Raiders. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics, here for a big-time Mid-Penn Capital Division matchup. The Middletown Blue Raiders, the biggest mystery in the PIAA this year, not the case as much anymore as Middletown comes to this game with an overall record of 1 win and 6 losses. Their 1 win was 4 weeks ago, at home against Camp Hill. It was a 14-7 final for Middletown. Their only win so far this year, a 14-7 win against Middletown. But the Middletown Blue Raiders, of course, we all know what happened last year within the West Perry football, the Middletown football program. I mean, if you know the details, you know we're not going to repeat anything from last year for Middletown. But the West Perry coming in now, looking to make it 8-0 for the second consecutive year. Middletown, of course, canceling their season last year. And this time a year ago, West Perry football made almost 200-mile trip to North Penn Mansfield a year ago in a non-conference matchup, obviously. But West Perry football coming in 7-0, a 38-35 was the final score a week ago. For the Blue Raiders, they're coming into this game 1-6 overall, losing 35-0 35-0 last week at home against the Trinity Shamrocks. This is the first meeting between West Perry and Middletown since the 2021 District 3 quarterfinal game. That was here at Mustang Stadium, where the 5th seed Middletown Blue Raiders beat the number 4 seed Mustangs 35-21. And so this could be a big revenge night for West Perry football. West Perry hasn't beaten the Middletown Blue Raiders since 2012. When the Mustangs were down 20-7 at halftime, and then a big rally from Ian Gooding and Marcus Quaker. Not right back then. In 2012, that was Zach Smith. Zach Smith and Curtis Ryder working well together to come back and finish the game 35-20 back in 2012. Marcus Quaker, the quarterback for West Perry, 73 completions on 101 pass attempts for 1,111 yards in the air for 11 and 2 interceptions. Marcus Quaker threw his second interception last week at Big Spring, with 7 touchdowns on 70 carries and all-purpose yards 1,750 for the senior quarterback Marcus Quaker. Brad Hockenberry having a big game this year on the ground, 78 carries for 583 yards and 6 touchdowns. Some bad news for West Perry football Mustangs, as last week at Big Spring, West Perry big defensive star running back Caleb Gutshaw suffered an injury last game. It was confirmed the worst. Caleb Gutshaw is out for the year with a broken collarbone. A big loss for the West Perry Mustangs, especially on defense, as West Perry's Caleb Gutshaw finishes his senior year with 64 carries for 307 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was also the top tackle guy on the West Perry defense with 11 tackles for loss and 6 sacks in the first 7 games. So we are sorry for Caleb Gutshaw. He is here tonight, do cheer on the Mustangs. Ian Goodling, a top receiver for the Mustangs, 32 completions on 42 targets for 566 yards and 6 touchdowns. He is also one of the better tackle guys in the West Prairie team with 43 tackles and 9.5 tackles for loss. Cody Erno is the top tackle man for the Mustangs. Cody Erno, the senior, 49 tackles for with 32 of them being solo. He has 4 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Craig Bowden is also starting to step up his defensive game, as Craig Bowden, the son of head coach Bob Bowden, has 22 tackles, 14 of them being solo, and he had 6 tackles for loss, 3 of them last week against Big Spring, and 2 sacks. Ian Goodling, the top scorer in points in the history of West Prairie football, heading into this game, he has 99 points scored this season alone. West Prairie is a 26-point favorite from Penn Live. And tonight is a couple of things. We have youth night here. They had a youth ceremony recognizing the players and cheerleaders from the West Prairie Midget Football Association. And tonight is a pink out night to raise awareness for breast cancer awareness. And tonight is also West Prairie Hall of Fame night. We'll have 4 inductees introduced during the halftime show. West Prairie Hall of Fame class of 2023 include Zach Kell, who is the current head coach for West Prairie wrestling team. Zach Kell coming in as a wrestler. Hunter Stanball is coming in, a big triathlete here, especially in basketball. He also played soccer and track and field. Ashley Miller is the current assistant coach for West Prairie field hockey team, and she was a big field hockey player here at the Mustangs, along with Bloomsburg University, a 3-time national champion at Bloomsburg University, Ashley Miller. And John Afatakis, you remember him as the sports editor for the Perry County Times and for all Perry County schools and their athletic departments. John Afatakis, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, will be inducted into the 2023 class for West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame. And we'll have an induction ceremony during the halftime report. And we're going to have the starting lineups as we get on rolling here. Goalkeepers to keep an eye on for Middletown. Jamar McKinney is the senior quarterback for Middletown. And got 2 running backs in sophomore Lewis Roman and Jose Sanchez. West Prairie Mustang is about to take the field here as we are getting set to roll here. Friday Night Lights for the second to last time. West Prairie, the only undefeated team left in District 3 AAA. They are currently ranked the number 1 team in District 3 football in AAA. Last week, Wyomissing and Lancaster Catholic had a surprising loss last week. Wyomissing losing to Calico, and Lancaster Catholic losing to Anfield Cleona last week. So West Prairie, the only undefeated team left, currently ranked number 1 in the District 3 AAA power rankings. As we are getting set and ready to go, the Mustangs take the field, wearing up their pink socks, pink armbands for breast cancer awareness. You are watching West Prairie football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel with the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics on the call. And now the Middletown Blue Raiders come out on the field. Middletown, we all know what happened for the Middletown Blue Raiders last year, and West Prairie currently ranked number 1 in District 3 AAA. As we're about to get the results of the coin toss that happened earlier with the captains and officials meeting at midfield. And we are getting set. A packed house here tonight. Not many Middletown fans coming out here tonight. But West Perry, a lot of them decked out in pink. And we are getting set for West Perry versus Middletown. This is the West Perry team who is so good. They are looking for their first win against Middletown since 2012. I mean, these two teams don't face each other very often. The all-time series, Middletown leads that with 11 wins and 6 losses. This is the first time these two teams are meeting since the 2021 District 3 AAA quarterfinal game 2 years ago. And we are very excited here. Pink out game, youth night, and Hall of Fame night for West Perry football. Both these teams have 2 more games left after tonight. Next week, West Perry will have their final road game of the regular season at Camp Hill. And then 2 weeks from tonight, the big one, West Perry versus Steel High. Here at Mustang Stadium, the defending single-A state champion Steel High Steamrollers come into town in 2 weeks from tonight. And we are so excited for that game, in a game that can easily determine the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship. Steel High played last night on their home field against the Newport Buffaloes. It's an interesting matchup right there. Kind of unfair to Newport, I should say. But, of course, Steel High rolling past Newport next week. It's a big one. Steel High taking on Trinity next week. That ought to be a huge game in the Mid-Penn Capital Division, while the Mustangs will be at Camp Hill next week. We have Middletown Sports Network Radio here with us here tonight as well, bringing the action to the radio, but you turned into the right place here to watch the official game. So West Perry will win the toss, and West Perry, nothing out of the ordinary here, is going to be receiving the ball, and Middletown will be kicking out to the right. And we are ready to go. We're going to send over to our West Perry marching band here. We have some exciting news to announce regarding the West Perry marching band after a national anthem here at Mustang Stadium. West Perry versus Middletown about to get underway here in just a few minutes.
West Perry High School marching band performs the Star Spangled Banner and the West Perry High School alma mater. And now we present with pride our national anthem.
Big time atmosphere here at West Perry High School. The #1 team right now in District 3 AAA. The only undefeated team left in that class in District 3 football. And we are so excited for West Perry. 2 more games after tonight. West Perry looking for their first win against Middletown since 2012. This is a rematch for West Perry football. Last time these two teams met was here at Mustang Stadium 2 years ago in the District 3 AAA quarterfinal playoff game, where the Middletown Blue Raiders were victorious after number 5 seed over number 4 seed West Perry Mustangs 2 years ago. And all the media is up here. Middletown Sports Network on the radio is here. And Pickout night here at Mustang Stadium. Packed house. We'll have 4 West Prairie Hall of Fame inductees to introduce during the halftime report. Of course, they have the ceremony during the halftime as well, and we are so excited. Youth Night here, all the players and cheerleaders from the West Prairie Midget Football Association is here tonight, cheering on the Mustangs. And we are ready to go. West Prairie won the cause. They are going to receive. Nothing out of the ordinary there. West Prairie loves to get first possession. And we are about to get underway. West Prairie, of course, in the gray and white. Middletown wearing all white with yellow helmets and blue numbers. West Prairie has been 8-0 only one time in history. That was a year ago. West Prairie looking to make it 2 consecutive years. And Sarah Yike, a young lady who is a senior. Sarah Yike, one of a handful of female players in all PIAA football. And here we go. And this is going to be taken around the 20-yard line. And still going is Ian Goodling. And Goodling is going to get out of bounds to the 39-yard line. And that is great starting field position for the Mustangs. So quarterback is Marcus Quaker. Tailback is Brad Hockenberry. The fullback is Jensen Hockenberry Folk. Wide receivers include Bryce Smith and Ian Goodling. The tight end is Cole Brown. Craig Bowen at right tackle. Foster Meek at right guard. The center is Connor Fleischer. And here we go. The first play is going to be a throw to Bryce Smith, but there was a flag on the play. And this is going to be stopped here. The flag is thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Jose Sanchez credited with the tackle. And this might be a sideline warning, actually, for the Mustangs on the first play. And illegal motion there on the Mustangs. No, that was not a false start. Otherwise, the play would have been ruled dead. It was an illegal motion called on somebody on the Mustangs. And so, before the first play, we have a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 1st and 15. That's a 5-yard penalty. Also on offense, the left guard is Caleb Cordell, and starting at left tackle is the senior Cole Klinger. There's Quaker. About to hand it off, and it's a screen pass here to Ian Goodling. Ian Goodling has room to run. He's got to get in the Middletown territory and taken down Brad Hockenberry, excuse me. That was Brad Hockenberry. It can be hard sometimes, but a great screen pass to Brad Hockenberry. And fourth out bounds by Aaron Nordy. So that was Brad Hockenberry on a big screen pass from Marcus Quaker all the way to the Middletown 32. West Prairie cheerleaders got the varsity cheerleaders, and another flag is on the play. Another false start called on the Mustangs. Got to make it 1st and 15 for the second time already. 1 minute into this game, and already 2 fouls on a false start for the Mustangs. And here we go with the Mustangs, 1st and 15. They didn't really ball them the first time. Quaker looking on a throw, finds Bryce Smith, and Smith is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. West Prairie has done so well on the screen pass throughout this season. One of the big reasons why they are 7-0. And Marcus Quaker getting the 5 yards back from the false start, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Packed house here tonight. A few Middletown fans coming out here tonight, but a lot of Mustang pride here. A lot of pink. Youth night here for West Prairie football as well. There's Quaker. Quaker looking for a deep shot. He's going to fire wide open. Ian Goodling. Ian Goodling inside the 10, taken out at the 5, and it's going to be first and goal for the Mustangs. Ian Goodling marked out bounce at the 6, and it'll be first and goal for the Mustangs.
First and goal for the Mustangs on the Blue Raiders 6.
That's one thing that Middletown cannot afford to do. Ian Gooding, if he is left off by himself, he is going to make you pay for it. And that is exactly what the Mustangs are doing here. Ian Gooding already 2 catches for him. He gets 1 more point. He has 100 points scored this season alone. High formation here. Hand off to Hungbury. No, Quaker's got to keep it himself, and Quaker goes in. Touchdown, Mustangs. Marcus Quaker, 6-yard run. And that was an explosive drive. We have seen that for West Prairie. I don't think there has ever been a game so far this year where West Prairie did not score a touchdown on the first drive. 8 games, 8 opening drives, each for a touchdown. And the Mustangs exploding. Ian Goodling, extra point kick is up and good. Ian Goodling, that is now 100 career points scored for him this season. 100 points in his senior year for Ian Goodling on an extra point. A couple weeks ago at James Buchanan, with West Prairie's Ian Goodling broke the West Prairie school record for most career points scored for West Prairie football all time. Actually, that was last week that Ian Goodling broke that record. So it was Ian Goodling, the top scorer in the history of West Prairie football. Tacks on extra points. 7-0 here with 9:51 to go in the first quarter. Middletown about to get possession for the first time, but one thing that West Prairie fans have been getting frustrated about is Ian Goodling constantly going for an onside kick. No doubt that Middletown might be aware of that, as it's becoming a little more predictable on the kickoff team. Ian Goodling is actually going to kick it deep on his first kick, and this will hit the pylon at the goal line, and this will result in a touchback. That's a first right there. I've never seen a kickoff hit the pylon. So that will result in a touchback. Oh, man. Talk about accuracy right there. He hits the pylon. Maybe Ian Gooding should be a soccer player with that accuracy. So here comes the starting line for Middletown offense. The quarterback is a senior, Jamar McKinney. Running backs include Luis Roman and Jose Sanchez. Wide receivers include Maurice Butler and Nikias Sinan. Tight end is Anais Hassan. And that was number 1 with the carries. Jose Sanchez, running game for Middletown. It's not going to work today. Offensive linemen include Malcolm Talibadine, Caden Walko, and Joseph Gassert. Also Josh Toro, and the center is Chase Eberle. So, first run here for Jose Sanchez results in no gain. West Prairie football, one of the best rushing defenses in all of District 3. And here goes a handoff again. That's number 5. That's Luis Roman. And Roman getting stopped at the line again. That was Quade Bowden on the stop, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. After 2 runs go for No Young. Nolan Rathbone actually credited with the tackle there. So 2 carries, no yards. Middletown in danger, going 3 and out on their opening drive. Last week, Middletown did not score at all in a 35-0 loss against Trinity at home. Middletown, according to their schedule, they have 6 home games this year. I don't know how that's possible, but hey, 6 home games for Middletown this year. And here comes Jamar McKinney. McKinney pass gets deflected up in the air and out of bounds. Incomplete. And the Middletown Blue Raiders, no yards and going 3 and out.
McKinney's pass is deflected by number 44, Brad Hockenberry.
Brad Hockenberry. Excuse me, that was Jensen Hockenberry Folk there on the stop. Deflecting it down. Great stop here for the Mustangs on the offense. Or on defense, I should say. And Bryce Smith is back deep for the Mustangs. In Middletown territory. Not expecting a big kick. And Bryce Smith waving it off. And this will take a Middletown roll into Mustang territory. And it will be marked between the 44 and 45 yard lines. That's where West Prairie will start their second drive. Good starting field position again for the Mustangs. We want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for this Mid-Penn Capital Division matchup. The Mustangs are looking to beat the Middletown Blue Raiders for the first time since 2012. Middletown leads the all-time series 11-6. And our formation here for Marcus Quaker. Quaker keeping it. He's going to look to throw, and he finds Ian Goodling past midfield, and it'll be second down and about 6 for, or excuse me, second and 4 coming up for the Mustangs. Expecting a big game here for Ian Goodling. He hasn't done a whole lot. Marcus Quaker last week didn't do much of anything. Only 4 completions against Big Spring last week. It was more about the run game for the Mustangs. A couple of costly turnovers last week for West Prairie. That's the first game that West Prairie had 2 turnovers in a single game. 1 fumble and 1 interception from Marcus Quaker. Second and 4. An empty backfield and a screen pass going to find his tight end Cole Brown. Cole Brown is going to get more than that for a first down, and he'll be marked down at the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the Mustangs on a screen pass to this tight end Cole Brown. Cole Brown a year ago was the starting quarterback for the junior varsity Mustangs, and they liked. And West Prairie head coach Bob Bowen liked Cole Brown to be on the varsity team, just not as a quarterback. I mean, we'll see if Cole Brown might be able to start quarterback next year. Marcus Quaker, one of the all-time greats. And here's a handoff to Hockenberry. Hockenberry pulling a couple of tackles, gained to the 35, and is wrapped up there. A good run, a big tackle at the end there by number 7. That was Maurice Butler. And it's going to be second and 3 after a 7-yard gain.
And off to Brad Hockenberry. Line on the stop for the Blue Raiders, number 1, Jose Sanchez, and number 2, Aaron Nordai. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs on the Blue Raiders 35.
So here we go, second and 3, excuse me. As we are about the halfway point off the first quarter. Marcus Quaker looking back on Brad Hockenberry. Handoff here to Hockenberry. And goes right up against the wall. And I don't think he got this first down. He is going to be marked short of the line of gain. And it's going to be 3rd and a long one coming up here. Malcolm Talabadine on the stop there for the Blue Raiders. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. And Quaker hands off to Hockenberry. Hockenberry got to get past the 30 and actually got to be marked at the 30. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 30. One thing about like West Prairie football so good this year is, especially against good teams like Big Spring and Trinity, is that they take a long time to get some points on the board on every single drive. Long drives for West Prairie football has been key for West Prairie so far. This one, second drive, taking a little bit here. Quaker looking for a deep shot towards the end zone, and he's going to find Ian Goodling. Touchdown, Mustangs. 30-yard pass. And Ian Gooding was all by himself like the chess club president on prom night. And we are now up 13-0 for the 13-0 now for the Mustangs. Incredible moves here for the Mustangs. And now Ian Gooding just scored a touchdown, making 106 points in a year, making 107. Extra point is good for Goodling, and 14-0 with 5:28 to go in the first quarter. Very explosive start for the Mustangs. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Once again, the Mustangs are a 26-point favorite according to Penn Live. And it's a very good chance that West Perry is going to have this game spread wide open. Remember, last time the Mustangs were here at home, it was homecoming. It was homecoming for the Mustangs, and they scored 42 points in the first quarter against the Boiling Springs Bubblers. A new program record for most points scored. That was the last time the Mustangs were here at home. So I don't think they're going to get that here today. I mean, there's still time, but it's not going to be 42 points. And it's a low kick, and it's a live ball. It's going to be picked up, and trouble here for Nikias Sinan. And Sinan is still up, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 20. So technically another touchback where Middletown would have been, but it was a short kick. And Sinan gets out to the 20, and that's where Middletown will start again for their second drive. The first drive, a 3 and out, no yards, 2 carries, 2 rushes, and 1 passing play, resulting in 0 yards. 2 runs for 0 yards, and 1 incompletion on the first drive from Middletown. Let's see if Westbury can keep that going. Jamar McKinney, number 26 in motion. And timeout call here by Middletown. The Middletown head coach is Scott Govern, his first season with the Blue Raiders. And I don't think Middletown was very happy about the formation. We had a number 28 out there. That was Bryceer Hunter. And Middletown very quickly takes their first timeout here. 5:18 to go before starting their second drive. Have URFL becoming a PIAA official? URFL becoming a referee for football? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that's PIAA.org. Absolutely gorgeous night here at Mustang Stadium on Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. And temperature is expected to dip down to the low 50s before this game is over. It's got to be a cold one here tonight. And we have a flag here, and it will be offsides. It looks like offsides going to be called on the Mustangs. Somebody must have been past the football. And that'll make it 1st and 5.
It'll be 1st and 5 for the Blue Raiders on their own 25.
So that's the first time that Middletown actually goes ahead, even though it's on a West Prairie penalty. Already, that's 3 fouls on the Mustangs here in this game. 2 false starts and now 1 offsides. And here's McKinney. McKinney looking to throw. He's got to get under heavy pressure, and he's got to find room to run, and he'll get close to the first down marker. Marked out of bounds. He was forced out of bounds by Caleb Cordell. And it's got to be a manageable second down. Second down and 2 coming up. After a 3-yard gain on the run for senior quarterback Jamar McKinney.
2nd and 2 for the Blue Raiders on their own 28.
That's the first 3 yards of offense for Middletown in this game. They went 3 and out for 0 yards on their first drive. Now 2nd and 2. for the Mustangs. That's number 17 in motion. I'm saying it's Adiel Johnson, and there's the run, and that's going to be well more than enough for a first down. That was number 1, Jose Sanchez, and he gets out to the Middletown 37-yard line. A little bit of a long run here for Middletown. Middletown has only scored 48 points of offense in the first 7 games for Middletown. Only 1,200 offensive yards. And here comes a big run up the middle. That is good for Sanchez. And Sanchez just going to get enough for a first down. Gain of 11. Bryce Smith credited with the stop. Yeah, the Middletown Blue Raiders are rolling here. Getting close to Mustang territory. They're at the Middletown 48. That's going to be key for Middletown Blue Raiders. Get some big runs up the middle, especially without Caleb Gutshaw out for a year with a broken collarbone he suffered last week at Big Spring. Here comes another run. This is number 5, Luis Roman. And Roman just get about 1 yard at that time to the Middletown 49. It's got to be 2nd and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
Hand off to Luis Roman for the Blue Raiders. The line on the stop. Number 42, Jensen Hockenberry Folk. And number 56, Nick Orman.
We are getting down to the nitty-gritty of our West Prairie Fall sports season. We have 3 broadcasts next week. We had 5 this week, this being our last one of the week. And only 3 broadcasts for the fall sports season next week, plus the West Prairie game against Steel High in a couple of weeks. And this is a good run for Sanchez, and that was Hunter. Middletown doing a nice job of mixing up the runs here. And that'll make it 3rd and 5, a 4-yard gain. So a big 3rd down coming up here, and the Mustang fans making noise here. And West Prairie defense, West Prairie bench chanting for the defense. 3rd and 5. Engling going down. And here's the screen pass. That's a forward pass and incomplete. Intended for number 8, Nikias Zenon. So that'll make it 4th down. And the Mustangs are going to get the ball back. Bryce Smith is back deep for West Perry. With 2:24 to go. That was a really good drive for Middletown. But incompletion ends it. Unless the Middletown decides to do something here, they will not. They will punt it away. And this will go out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will start their 3rd drive here, right at the 20.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 20.
West Perry Hall of Fame night here. During the halftime, we'll have the West Perry Athletics Hall of Fame class announced.
The football team will travel Monday evening to play the Middletown Blue Raiders. Kickoff is set for 6 o'clock.
And now the Mustangs.
A friendly reminder that the use of any tobacco product is strictly prohibited on all West Perry School District campuses. If you need to use tobacco products, you will have to leave the school property. This includes e-cigarettes and vaping devices.
So here we go in the Mustangs. Quaker got a hand off to Hockenberry up to the left side, and Hockenberry's not going to get much that time. It's going to be no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. That was no gain for Brad Hockenberry. Final 2 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. And the Mustangs up by 14. Good solid drives here. This is drive number 3 for the Mustangs. That was looking like number 21, Cody Erno, was coming out here. And he is up there. He's going to set up a screen pass to find Bryce Smith. Smith with a stiff arm. He's got to get out to the 35. And that will be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 35. Great awareness there for offensive coordinator TJ Quaker, Terrence Quaker, the offensive coordinator, bringing out Cody Erno and hold everything out as there is a flag on the penalty. This might be a holding, and it is going to be a holding on the Mustangs. But didn't really see where the flag was. It was pretty close to the end of the play, so it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And it's still going to be 2nd down. Flag was marked at the 28, so 10 yards from there. It's going to put the ball to the 18. It's going to make it 2nd and 12. 10 yards from the spot of foul makes it 2nd and 12. The Mustangs did very well last week in preventing penalties, and tonight they already have 3 on offense. One pushing it back 10 yards. Quaker looking to throw. He's got to haul it deep down to Ian Goodling and off his hands, just out of reach and incomplete. Ian Goodling was past 2 defenders, and Ian Goodling, we have seen that a couple of times where Marcus Quaker just overshots his top target, Ian Goodling, and that time it went off his hands. Could have been caught, but most likely it would have been a touchdown anyway. It would have been a big 1st down, though. So now that's going to make it 3rd and 12. I bet you West Prairie goes for that again, as now Terrence Quaker is going to call a timeout for the West Prairie Mustangs. Big down here coming up for the Mustangs. Even if West Prairie doesn't get the 1st down here on this coming play, we have a quarterback who is also our kicker. Things can happen on special teams. 1:28 to go. Middletown, their only win so far this year was 4 weeks ago at home, when they beat the Camp Hill Lions 14-7. And we have a big group of cheerleaders here with us tonight. The Varsity cheerleaders are down there, along with the cheerleaders from the West Prairie Midget Football Association.
Junior Brianna Slava, Junior Lindsay Hetrick, Junior Riley Wagner, Junior Jalissa Zellers, sophomore Kayla DeShield.
And we have some very exciting news to announce regarding our West Prairie Marching Band. West Prairie Marching Band having a big year, had their first competition and won in every single category last week at Halifax. And here we go. Marcus Quaker on 3rd and 12. He's got to look to throw. He's got to haul it deep for Ian Goodling, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamar McKinney, the other quarterback. On defensive back, he's got room to run. Jamar McKinney got to get to the 25 and marked out at around the 23-yard line. That is the 3rd interception thrown by Marcus Quaker, the 2nd one in as many weeks. I understand Marcus Quaker was going for Ian Goodling on a deep ball. It seems like West Prairie might, they haven't really done that a whole lot. And this is going to be great starting field position. Middletown has a really good chance to get on the board. I understand that Mustangs want to take big risks here today against a team that they're most likely to beat, but you just can't give away turnovers like that, especially this early in the game where you're only up by 2 possessions. So Marcus Quaker throwing his 3rd interception of the year, his 2nd in as many weeks. And now 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders at the Mustang 24-yard line. Jamar McKinney, the quarterback, who just had a long return, and now a delayed game is coming up for the Blue Raiders. Last week at Big Spring, they had those shot clocks at each end zone. We don't have that here at West Prairie, and that is a rare thing we just just saw here at Mustang Stadium, that I think that might have been the first delayed game for any team that's played here so far this season. Like we really ought to get those shot clocks at the edge of each end zone like Big Spring has. We're not that fancy. So first and 15 after the late game, Middletown was nowhere close to being ready, and now Middletown is going to take a timeout, potentially to avoid another delayed game. First and 15 with 1:11 to go. So while we have this timeout, we have very exciting news regarding our West Perry Marching Band. Last week, they had their first competition of the year at Halifax, and they dominated. And with that win, I don't really know how it works for the U.S. bands, national championship teams, and all that. But the West Perry Marching Band last week has found out that they have been promoted to the U.S. Band's Open Division. It's one of the toughest divisions in the entire country. And we are so excited for West Perry Marching Band to be a part of that division. And the national championships, get this, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Band's National Championship, where the Mustangs are going to play at on November 4th at MetLife Stadium in New York City, the home of the New York Giants and Jets. West Perry Marching Band, very excited for that opportunity in one of the biggest stage. Here comes a trick play and a shot over, and that will be fall incomplete. Good effort there. Jamar McKinney, that was Jamar McKinney down the sideline. A little bit of trickery down there. No, there was a trick play there. That was Genesiah Ross on a throw to look for Jamar McKinney. A good defensive stop for Trent Hockenberry. And it'll be 2nd and 15. Middletown trying to pull off all the stops here tonight. So here we go. Jose Sanchez in the backfield along with Jamar McKinney. It's a straight run this time for McKinney, and a flag coming in at the end of a play as we have exactly 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. That was Luis Roman actually on the run. And a flag here. It looks like it's on Middletown. As they're officials talking to Bob Bowden, now in his 10th year as the head coach. And it's got to be a holding. Holding called on Middletown. It's got to push him back even further. It's got to make it 2nd and forever. 2nd and 25 to be exact. Back on the Middletown 39. Middletown with great starting field position after the interception from Jamar McKinney. And it's now 2nd and 25 with 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And now number 10 back in, Genesiah Ross, the quarterback. And Ross got to look for McKinney. McKinney's got to go back, and he's got to get wrapped up by Ian Goodling. Past the 40 to make to the 43-yard line. It's got to be 3rd down and 28. Loss of 3, and I think that might take us to the end of the first quarter. A long first quarter, but it's only a 14-0 lead for the Mustangs. We'll have 3rd and 28 coming up. At the start of the second quarter, after 1, the West Prairie Mustangs have a 14-0 lead. You are watching West Prairie football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for a start of the second quarter here at Mustang Stadium. during a break, they just announced for the U.S. Marching Band to be promoted to the Open Division for the rest of the season, where they'll be playing at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the New York Giants and New York Jets. Very exciting year for West Prairie Marching Band. So here we go on 3rd and 28 to start the second quarter. Ian Gooding, he's got to get him down, and that's going to be intentional grounding. It's a loss of down, and that is a great start. Ian Gooding going all over Jamar McKinney. No doubt this is going to be intentional grounding, as there was nobody around for Middletown on that throw.
Intentional grounding called against the Blue Raiders.
And so that's a loss of down, a 15-yard penalty on top of that. It's going to be 4th down and probably a half a mile. No, it's actually a 5-yard penalty, not for intentional grounding. So it's 4th down. It is a loss of down, so 4th and forever. 4th and 33. 4th and 46, actually. Oh, my goodness. Punt here. And this will take Middletown roll close to the try line. Bryce Smith looking to outfool the Blue Raiders. And West Prairie will take over at their own, looks like, 17-yard line.
17.
Coming up during halftime, we'll have our West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame Class of 2023 enshrinement ceremony. During the halftime, West Prairie Marching Band will end the night here with a post-game performance for our West Prairie Marching Band. Being promoted to the Open Division last week. Tomorrow, West Prairie Marching Band will be at Central Dolphin at Landis Field for a competition tomorrow at 10 a.m. And here's Brian Hockenberry now. Hockenberry on the pitch and throw. And that is going to be 2nd down and maybe 5 under a 5-yard gain. Brian Hockenberry, 5 yards on a pitch. And once again, we want to thank Aaron White Home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. This is a good start here for the Mustangs. 2nd and 5 after a gain of 5 from Brian Hockenberry. And here comes Quaker. Quaker keeping himself. He's got to get just enough for a 1st down to the 30. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Rolling on here. Marcus Quaker heading into today's game have 1,750 all-purpose yards. Despite throwing an interception, it is still a 14-0 lead. Big crowd here tonight for West Prairie football. A few Middletown fans making a trip here from Harrisburg. And here's Marcus Quaker. Quaker looking to throw. He's got to find Bryce Smith, and that'll be complete. And we just heard that now Marcus Quaker now has over 5,000 passing yards for his career with that. Marcus Quaker is the all-time leading passing yards record holder.
For over 5,000 career passing yards here at West Prairie.
Marcus Quaker history. 5,000 yards, the first West Prairie quarterback to do that in the history of the program, and he just keeps on rolling. 1st and 10, and this is that was number 4. That was Nolan Routhon on the carry. And he'll get right to the midfield stripe for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 5,000 career passing yards. I mean, that is unbelievable. I mean, it's not like it's not close to Alex Irby. We'll talk more about him in just a minute because here comes Marcus Quaker on a big scramble. He gets out past the 40 and to the Middletown 39. First down for Marcus Quaker. Another first down run. And good for Marcus Quaker. Alex Irby last week broke the all-time Pennsylvania passing yards record. Alex Irby, the Steel High quarterback. He'll be here 2 weeks from tonight for West Perry Senior Night. Alex Irby has over 11,000 career passing yards. The all-time Pennsylvania record holder. And there's a breakaway here, and avoiding 2 tackles. That was Ian Goodling, and Goodling's got to get out of bounds. He had room to run, and he's marked just short. It's got to be an 8-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Mustangs. The only reason I knew about 5,000 yards for Marcus Quaker is because I just heard the commentators from Middletown announce that. He only needed 5 yards on that last play, and he got it. More than enough for 5,000 career passing yards. And here comes the run, and yeah, Middletown knows more about West Perry than I do, apparently. And that's the first down run. Rathon getting enough. And there's a timeout here for some reason, and now rolling on. First and 10 from the Middletown 28. Quaker keeping himself. Quaker is going to get out past 25 and out of bounds after 24. It's going to be 2nd and 6. 8:01 left to go in the second quarter. I know some of you were thinking that last couple of years we were able to interview the Hall of Fame inductees throughout this game, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to today because I couldn't find them. And it's already too late to ask for requests, so I do apologize for that. We'll see Ashley Miller for West Perry Field Hockey, assistant coach Ashley Miller and Wendy Byers, the coaches. And Ian Goodling had it, and that is a snap ball, and the officials mark it incomplete. Aaron Nordai was about ready to take off, but the officials saying Ian Goodling never had control. So that's a big break there for the Mustangs, but it does make it 3rd and 6 with 7:54 to go in the second quarter. Northern Rathon coming back in. See, I think, like, if you looked at in college football or in the NFL, like, if you had completion and had a couple of steps like Ian Cunning just had, that would have been a fumble, but not here in the PIAA. And here's Marcus Quaker faking the handoff to Rathon. Big block for Brad Hockenberry, and Quaker's just going to get enough for a first down. A red zone possession coming up for the Mustangs. Genocide Ross on the tackle there for the Blue Raiders. 1st and 10 from the Blue Raiders 16-yard line. A really long drive here for the Mustangs. This is only the 3rd drive. They had 2 in the first quarter. Excuse me, this is the 4th drive here for the Mustangs. And here comes a slip there. I think the turf monster might have gone to Brad Hockenberry. He is able to get a couple of yards. He was untouched and just tripped on the turf. So Brad Hockenberry gets 2 yards that time. It's going to make it 2nd and 8. Eventually, it's actually again 1 to the 15-yard line. So 2nd and 9. Quaker, high snap, and he's got to keep on to himself and makes a switch on the misdirection, and Quaker has nowhere to go. Quaker might have gone a yard on that run. Great idea there for Quaker. He didn't like what he saw on the right, so he decided to turn around and make it toward the left. But the Middletown Blue Raiders, realizing who had the ball, And so he did get 2 yards on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. That was great awareness there for the Middletown Blue Raiders. And now 3rd down coming up at the 14. 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs. I formation. Cole Brown on the lower side of the field here. And handoff and a spin move for Brad Hockenberry. He has done that well throughout this year. And he's not going to get enough for a first down. He's not even going to get to the 10. He'll be marked down at the 11. And it'll be 4th down for the first time. And I think, yep, they're going to go for a field goal here. Maurice Quaker calling off for the tee. And Ian Goodling has got to have a field goal attempt coming up here for 6 minutes to go. Halfway through the second quarter. Marcus Quaker is the holder. And Ian Goodling is about to attempt a 29-yard field goal. This should be nothing more than a chip shot for Goodling. 4 field goals so far, and now it's going to be pushed back a little bit. Looks like this might be a false start on the Mustangs. And it is, so they got a 29-yard attempt to a 34-yard attempt.
4th and 11 now for the Mustangs.
So now a 34-yard field goal attempt for Ian Goodling. Those penalties for best player are killing them here. And 34-yard field goal is up. It's looking good, and it is good. 34-yard field goal is good for Ian Goodling. And 17-0 with 5:20 to go in the second quarter. You are watching West Prairie football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back to resume action here at Mustang Stadium. We are back here now at Mustang Stadium. 34-yard field goal good for Ian Goodling to make it 17-0. And it's been a while since West Prairie scored any points before that field goal. 17-0 here. This is nothing like the last time we saw West Prairie football here at Mustang Stadium, where they scored 42 points in the first quarter for a program record. And they also scored 72 points against for homecoming. Ian Goodling kicking this ball short. Being taken at the 25 and wrapped up is Middletown. Not bad starting field position there for the Blue Raiders, going out to the 37-yard line.
Brought down by number 60, Brian Turner for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders on their 37.
That was Nikkei Sinon on the carry there on the kickoff. 5:15 to go. We're off our West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony. West Prairie Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony during halftime. 4 inductees to introduce for a class of 2023. Snap, and still it be able to be picked up by Lewis Roman. And Lewis Roman's got to get wrapped up. Big stop there for number 42, Jensen Hockenberry Volk. That was Jamar McKinney, my mistake there. Almost looked like a number 5 for Lewis Roman. But Jamar McKinney, a low snap, couldn't get it back up. He did pick it up, however, but not able to get away from the incoming Jensen Hockenberry Volk. So a big loss of 6 makes it 2nd and 16. Not many yards of offense for Middletown here today. That's been the case for them all season. And here's a handoff to Nikkei Sinon. And he'll get a couple of yards back, and it's going to be a long 3rd down coming up for Middletown. Brashear Hunter there on the carry.
Third and 14 for Blue Raiders on their own 33.
Middletown really sharing the ball quite well. A lot of different plays for a lot of different players for Middletown. That's their usual go-to in years past, trying to outfool the defense with different players on different run types. 3rd and 14 now. Time running down here in the first half. Okay, here it comes a screen, and that will be number 5, Luis Roman. And he won't get back to the. He will get back to the 35, but it'll be 4th down for the Blue Raiders. Another 3 and out for Middletown. Cody Erno, Jensen Hockenberry full credit with the stop. And it's going to be 4th and 12 as Bryce Smith is back Smith. Landon Kaiser is the punter. And Kaiser takes a Middletown roll again. He has been doing that very well, being marked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will take over. With 2:57 to go, Middletown is going to get the ball to start the second half. As we're starting to smell deep-fried Oreos up here. It does smell good, doesn't it? Where else in the PIO area you got to find deep-fried Oreos at a football game? Only here at Mustang Stadium. Gotta love them. Also got Iggesburg fries. Iggesburg Fire fries are here. As they usually are here for Let's Play football games. Yeah, I bet you somebody up here in the first couple rows has deep-fried Oreos and they smell fantastic. And here comes Quaker looking to throw. And Quaker's going to find Ian Goodling down the sideline, and that will be complete. Caught at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it'll be 1st down. Nice job for Ian Goodling to make that grab. He was forced out of bounds by Aaron Nordai. Seems like West Bay might be looking for more sideline plays to slow down the clock so they can get some points on the board. And a screen pass. This is dropped, and it will be ruled incomplete. I don't think that was a backwards pass. It might have been tipped, actually. So it's Brad Hockenberry unable to hang on, but it will be 2nd and 10. Mustangs doing a little bit of quick work on this drive. I mean, 2:46, that's a lot of time. They still have a timeout left for West Perry. 2 timeouts, actually. Here comes Quaker. Quaker looking for a deep shot for Ian Goodling. And Goodling off his fingertips again. Great effort there. And that's the 2nd time we have seen Marcus Quaker looking for Ian Goodling all by himself down the sideline. But again, overshot and off his fingertips. This is going to be a tough assignment today for Middletown's number 28. That is Brashear Hunter keeping a close eye on Ian Goodling. And so far, he's been giving a couple of breaks here. So that'll make it 3rd and 10 from their own 35. 2 wide receivers down to the left. Quaker looking for one, and he finds a wide open Bryce Smith down the middle and marked down at the 46-yard line. Bryce Smith was all by himself. Hurry up offense here again. The time does have to stop to reset for the 1st down. And making the 45-yard line. Big gain. Marcus Quaker looking for a quick drive here. They still got plenty of time, but they're deciding to hurry it up here. Here's Brock Hockenberry. Hockenberry avoids 1 tackle. He's got to get a block up front from Cole Brown, and he will get a couple yards. Ball comes out, and Middletown has it. A fumble on the carry for Brad Hockenberry, and he loses it That's what Middletown was looking for. I think that was Jamar McKinney punching it out, and that will be a turnover, second turnover off this first half for the Mustangs. First was an interception, now a fumble recovered by McKinney, and it will be 1st and 10 from the Middletown 42 for the Blue Raiders. So very quick drive, goes for nothing there for the Mustangs. So here comes Jamar McKinney again. McKinney trying to keep himself. He's got to have a chance to run. And McKinney goes out of bounds after a 1-yard gain. Be 2nd and 9 with 2:03 to go. Jamar McKinney hasn't had many passing attempts. McKinney heading into this year had 51 carries for 131 yards passing. He only has 1 passing touchdown so far this year and 2 interceptions. 182 yards in the air for Jamar McKinney this year. The senior quarterback. And now facing 2nd and 9. McKinney looking to throw this time, and he's got to find a man downfield and caught inbounds. 1st and 10 with 1:58 to go. Now it's Nikia Sinon, and it will be 1st and 10.
Bryce Smith, 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders on the Mustangs 47.
Middletown trying to get on the board for the first time in a couple weeks. They lost 35-0 at home against Trinity a week ago. And Middletown is getting desperate for points here. A quick screen pass to find Roman. And Roman's got to get out of bounds again. It's got to be 1st down. And he gets a couple yards there, 2 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 8 to the West Prairie 45. Man, those deep fried Oreos smell fantastic. It's starting to make me very hungry here. We'll have our West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony during the halftime. West Prairie Marching Band will be performing after the game here at Mustang Stadium for the 2nd time this season. 2nd time in as many home games. Here's McKinney. McKinney looking to throw. He's got to take it himself. And there's a flag on the play around the retro line of scrimmage. Back at the 47. And this might be a holding against Middletown.
Number 4, Jamar McKinney, combined on the stop for the Mustangs, number 56, Nick Orman, and number 21, Cody Erno.
Nick Orman getting his first start of the year here tonight, and looks like that was Quay Bowling on the stop, but it will be for nothing as Middletown will be set back 10 yards. It is a holding. Back at the 47. Marker from the spot, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And it will be 2nd down and long for the Blue Raiders.
2nd and 18 for the Blue Raiders.
Going down to the final 90 seconds. There's McKinney looking to throw, and he's got to get past the goal defense and marked out of bounds, just short of the 50. And it will be 3rd down and long coming up. I just realized, Rob, we never had our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question up the game. So since tonight is Hall of Fame night for West Prairie football, this question is about the Hall of Fame. So who was the first football player to be inducted into the West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame? Who was the first ever football player in the history of West Prairie to make it to the West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame? First football player. We'll have that answer for you coming up at halftime. There comes McKinney on 3rd and long, and he's got to find a wide open target. And that will be marked out of bounds. Looks like that was Brashear Hunter. Brashear Hunter there, and it will be marked out at the West Prairie 45. I think Middletown has got to go for this on 4th and 8. Don't have to score a touchdown here, but you do need enough Middletown has one timeout left. So 4th down and 8 at the West Prairie 45. Middletown is going for this. McKinney, long and throw. He's got wrapped up pressure, fumble. And this is going to be recovered by the Mustangs right at the 50. Number 21, Cody Erno on the fumble recovery. Brad forces the fumble. Cody Erno comes on top of it. And it'll be 1st and 10 right at the 50. So Middletown last drive started after getting a fumble. Now the Mustangs will have one more drive in the first half right at the 50. Can we possibly expect another quick drive like Mustangs had before losing a fumble? Mustangs looking to spread this lead open before the half. And this is Quaker. Quaker under heavy pressure, and he's got to be marked out of bounds, and a late hit, and no foul was called. Quaker able to get right back up, fortunately. That was a dangerous tackle for number 53, Chase Epperly. And Quaker forced out of bounds, losing 3 yards back to West Prairie 47. So 2nd and 13 count up for the Mustangs. Quaker, I mean, he had no room to run, but he knew that he had to get out of bounds to save that prestigious timeout to keep this drive going. So 2nd and 13 after a loss of 3, a rare play for loss of yards for Quaker. A handoff here. No, this has got to be Quaker again, getting past the 50 into Middletown territory, and he gets out of bounds with 59 seconds to go. Jose Sanchez. Marks pushes Quaker out of bounds. 59 seconds to go here before halftime. And, oh, there was actually a flag. I didn't realize that it's a legal block called on the Mustangs, so that will push them back even further. And it will be marked at the West Prairie 45, so officially it's a loss of 2 after the penalty.
2nd and 15 for the Mustangs.
So after the penalty, back further by only 2 yards, by 2nd and 15. Quaker looking to throw. Middletown, great coverage downfield. Quaker avoiding one tackle. Quaker's got to launch it, find Ian Goodling, and incomplete. And West Prairie swinging for a flag, and they will get it. Or no, Ian Goodling actually caught that. Oh my goodness, what a play. I didn't think he caught that. But great coverage there on Josh Toro, and that was Brashear Hunter. And now West Prairie has the ball to 20. Hurry up offense. Quaker, and he'll slide down past the 15. And West Prairie will now take their last charge timeout of the first half with 31 seconds to go.
Number 58, Josh Toro on the stop for the Blue Raiders.
So Josh Toro credited with the stop.
2nd and 3 for the Mustangs. Timeout called by the Mustangs. Their second charge timeout of the half.
So actually they did have 2 timeouts before. West Prairie down to 1 timeout now with 31 seconds to go. What an unbelievable catch that we just saw from Ian Goodling. I didn't think he caught it, but marked down with the reception. Great effort there for Brashear Hunter, the defensive back. It's the Middletown team that has a lot of seniors on defense. 11 players on defense.
Just a reminder, fans, at halftime will be the 2023 West Prairie Athletic
And
Hall of
only
Fame enshrinement ceremony.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors on the Middletown defense. 7 out of 11 players. Only 1 freshman out there on defense for Middletown. That is Gavin Paul, who is a defensive back. So a great drive here continues for 2nd and 3. Quaker looking to the end zone and out of reach of Cole Brown, his big tight end. Marcus Quaker took a shot as he let go of that ball, but he's able to get up. 27 seconds to go. 3rd and 3 now coming up for the Mustangs. I don't know if West Prairie doesn't get a first down here on this play or get into the end zone. I think West Prairie might be going for it, but still got 3rd and 3 coming up. All right, trying nothing would be nice, but for the Mustangs, they want more than that. Ian Goodling in motion, and Quaker going to the other side. He finds Bryce Smith, out of bounds, caught, and inbounds, and he'll be marked out at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal with 24 seconds to go. This is a great drive here for the Mustangs. Great catch from Ian Goodling to make a red zone possession for the Mustangs, and a bunch of passing plays and running plays to get out of bounds to stop the clock and save their timeouts. The Mustangs have 1 timeout left, and they have 1st and goal from the 5. 24 seconds to go. Powerhouse formation. And here's Quaker. Good look to keep himself, and he will walk right in. Touchdown, Mustangs. With 19 seconds to go. And the Mustangs are starting to run away with it. It's a big score at the first half. And Ian Goodling about to tack on an extra point. 5-yard run. The 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for Marcus Quaker. For West Prairie, Marcus Quaker, that is now his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And we have a flag here before the extra point, and it's a false start against the Mustangs. That has been a problem for the Mustangs in the first half. No doubt head coach Bob Bowen is going to be talking to the offensive line on limiting these false starts in the second half. Almost movement there on Middletown. Point after is going to be up, and this will be good. With 19 seconds to go in the second half, or second quarter, the West Prairie Mustangs lead 24-0. It has been a while since Middletown has scored in any quarter. Last week they lost 35-0 at home against Trinity. The week before that, the Blue Raiders lost on the road 48-7 against Steel High. Before last week at Trinity, or against Trinity, Middletown has only scored 7 points in each of the last 3 games. Or excuse me, at least 7 points. They've been shut out twice. They started up the year in game 1 with a home game against Lower Dolphin. That was a 45-0 loss for Middletown at home against Lower Dolphin for their first game since 2021. Of course, they canceled their season last year to a very bad hazing incident last year within the Middletown program, forcing their entire season to be canceled. If you know the details of that, you know. We're not going to repeat them here. And this is a live ball and a big huddle around the 30-yard line, and Middletown is going to have it. See, that's one thing that a lot of West Prairie fans has been complaining about on the kickoffs. That West Prairie, they have a really good kicker here in Ian Goodling. I mean, he's the best kicker in the history of this program. But why do they decide to kick it short? I mean, he can kick it to the end zone every single time. And they just decided to keep it short for some reason. One last drive for the Blue Raiders before the half. Middletown will get the ball to start the second half. And getting the snap. And this will be number 1, Jose Sanchez. And Sanchez will run, and that will take us to halftime. Here at Mustang Stadium, 24-0 for the Mustangs. The Blue Raiders have not scored in 1.5 games, and let's play 24-0. We'll be back here for the Let's Play Hall of Fame Class of 2023 enshrinement ceremony here at halftime. Let's Play leads 24-0 at the half. You are watching Let's Play Football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the Let's Play Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony.
Board of Directors, upon the recommendation of the West Perry Athletic Committee, consisting of school board members, school administrators, and head coaches, approve the establishment of an athletic Hall of Fame. The Hall honors former athletes, coaches, and contributors for accomplishments during their Mustang careers and thanks them for their contributions to our community. The full list of West Perry Athletic Hall of Famers and their biographies is available on the West Perry School District website by clicking on Athletics under the District tab. Each year, no more than 5 finalists selected from a group of nominees are presented to the Athletic Committee for vote. Finalists must then appear on at least 80% of the ballots to earn election. And tonight, the 45 members of the Hall of Fame get set to welcome 4 more to this most exclusive club. One characteristic of a Hall of Fame caliber athlete is to use your natural athletic talent to master your skills and excel at every level. One prime example of this is Ashley Miller, a multi-sport star for the Mustangs from 2003 to 2007. She's being escorted this evening by current West Perry field hockey coach Wendy Byers. Ashley's talents were most on display on the field hockey field. Over the course of 4 years, the last 2 as team captain, she helped lead the Mustangs to an overall record of 55, 25, and 6, a Mid-Penn Colonial Division championship, a District 3 2A 6th place finish, a District 3 2A 4th place finish, and 2 PIAA 2A state tournament appearances. Ashley also accumulated an abundance of individual honors. In 2004, she was named to the Patriot News Big 11 All-Underclass team and won the Gatorade High School Athlete Rookie of the Year award. In 2005, Ashley was named to the Patriot News Big 11 Honorable Mention, a Carlisle Sentinel First Team All-Star, and a Pennsylvania Field Hockey Coaches Association Honorable Mention. In 2006, she was named to the Patriot News Big 11 First Team, a Carlisle Sentinel First Team All-Star, the Carlisle Sentinel Player of the Year, and to the Pennsylvania Field Hockey Coaches Association All-State First Team. As both a junior and senior, Ashley dominated the Mid-Penn Colonial Division as the leading scorer and was rewarded as a first-team All-Star and as the Colonial Division Player of the Year. She finished her career with an impressive 97 points, 39 goals, and 19 assists, and also played in the USA Field Hockey National Indoor U16 and U19 Championships. Ashley used her talents on the track as well and set a standard that still stands to this day. For 3 years, she was a vital member of the girls' team. Ashley still shares the West Perry and Perry County records in the 100-meter dash at 12.4 seconds and is a member of the West Perry and Perry County record-holding 4x100-meter relay team at 49.22 seconds. She qualified all 3 years for the District 3 championships and as a freshman helped earn a PIAA state medal as the leadoff for the 4x100-meter relay squad. Her coach, Robert Oborn, offered this thought. Ashley's biggest accomplishment was running the leadoff leg on our 4x100-meter relay team. She was the only freshman on the relay team and showed great poise throughout the season at such a young age. Ashley is also a member of the West Perry Track and Field 500-point club. As a senior, she switched gears and contributed as a member of the West Perry girls soccer team. In addition, Ashley excelled in the classroom as a distinguished honor student and was named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association High School National Academic Squad. After graduation, Ashley continued her field hockey career at Bloomsburg University. She helped the Huskies win 3 Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference championships and 3 NCAA Division II national championships. Former Bloomsburg University Director of Athletics Mary Gardner commented that Ashley was an enthusiastic and conscientious player and leader. She proved her dedication to her team and her sport in 2009 when she delayed having knee surgery for a torn ACL in order to complete the field hockey season and help contribute to a 4th consecutive national championship. Ashley was named a long-strength NFHCA Division II All-American in 2007 and was selected for the NFHCA Division II Senior Team in 2010. In addition, she was selected to the NFHCA Division II National Academic Squad all 4 years and was named to the Bloomsburg University Dean's List 5 times. Ashley currently serves as West Perry's junior varsity field hockey coach. Now it is our sincere pleasure to enshrine Ashley Miller into the West Perry Athletic Hall of Fame. Some athletes are multi-sport stars, and then there are others who focus on just one sport. However, a Hall of Fame athlete doesn't just focus on one sport, they live it. They breathe it, it becomes their passion, and then they turn that passion into hard work and dedication to achieve the success that they crave. One such athlete is former West Perry wrestler Zachary Kell. Escorting Zachary this evening is former West Perry wrestling coach Roger Austin. Zach fell in love with the sport of wrestling at a very early age. He started in the West Perry elementary program and then worked his way up through the middle school and high school teams. From 2003 to 2006, Zach was a 4-year starter and a 3-year captain for the Mustangs and helped them to amass an overall record of 51-28 and win 2 Perry County tournaments. Furthermore, Zach was a Mid-Penn Conference tournament medalist, a West Perry Midsummer Tournament champion, a 2-time Newport Holiday Tournament champion, a WCA War at the Shore champion, a 2004 Pennsylvania Academic All-American, and was named the 2005 Towanda Duels Outstanding Wrestler. He was twice named the wrestling team's MVP and led the team in takedowns for 3 years. In the postseason, Zach only added to his resume by earning 4 3A Section 1 medals, including 2 championships, a District 3 South Central Region medal, and he qualified for the PIAA 3A State Championships. He finished as the very first West Perry wrestler with at least 100 wins and then a school career record of 111-28. Zach's coach, Roger Austin, remarked, "Zach Kell has spent his entire life involved and dedicated to the sport of wrestling. He made a major impact on the sport here at West Perry that not only kicked down new doors, but influenced many that these past impossible goals could now be accomplished." In April 2006, Zachary made more history by signing on to continue his wrestling career at Lock Haven University, the first Mustang to ever wrestle at the Division I level. He started off his career by earning a 4th place medal at the Lock Haven Matttown Open. Over the next 4 years, Zach was a strong contributor to the Bald Eagles program. In 2010, he graduated from Lock Haven University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Health and Physical Education. Following graduation, Zachary returned to West Perry to join the coaching staff and give back to the Mustang wrestling program. He started off as the middle school coach, then moved up to be the junior varsity coach, and this winter, he will enter his 2nd season as West Perry's head wrestling coach. Zachary Kell now takes his well-earned spot as the newest member of the West Perry Athletic Hall of Fame. When you think of Hall of Fame athletes, they could be defined by several different characteristics. One such characteristic is multifaceted, possessing the skills to excel in multiple different sports. Hunter Stanball was one such athlete. He consistently shined for the Mustangs on the soccer field, the basketball court, and in the throwing circle from 2002 to 2006. Hunter is being escorted by current West Perry boys track and field coach Robert Oborn. On the soccer field, Hunter was an important member of the Mustang squad. Over 4 years, he helped the Mustangs win an overall record of 32-34-1. During his senior season, Hunter served as a team captain and was named a Central PA Scholastic All-Star. On the basketball court, Hunter was a key component as a 3-point threat and defensive leader in the greatest 4-year stretch in West Perry boys basketball history. During his sophomore year, the Mustangs won the Perry County Tournament and the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. They followed up the next year with another Perry County Tournament title. However, he and his classmates saved the best for their senior season. Over the course of the 2005-2006 season, the Mustangs captured their 3rd consecutive Perry County Tournament championship, reclaimed the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship, finished 5th in the District 3 3A tournament, and then took their school and community on a magical run to the PIAA AAA state semifinals. Over those 4 years, West Perry finished with a cumulative record of 73-33. For his efforts, Hunter was awarded the Bradley Seeger Most Improved Player Award. As a soccer and basketball player, Hunter focused mainly on team goals and success. However, as a thrower for the track and field team, he was able to lead and contribute to team achievements while also attaining personal success. For 4 years, Hunter was a strong, consistent point contributor and was an important element to West Perry's 4 straight Perry County Tournament Championships and 3 Mid-Penn Capital Division Championships. From 2003 to 2006, the Mustangs had 3 undefeated seasons and a very impressive overall record of 78-1-1. Hunter competed in all 3 throwing disciplines and the 1,600-meter run, but it was in the discus throw where he left his mark. As a sophomore, he placed 4th at the Mid-Penn Championships. During his junior year, he placed 3rd at the Mid-Penn Championships, 5th at the District 3 Championships, and finished 10th at the PIAA State Championships, breaking the school record at the time. Finally, as a senior, he won the discus throw at the Mid-Penn Championships, again placed 5th at the District 3 Championships, and placed 4th at the PIAA State Championships. Still the highest finished ever for a West Perry thrower. At the conclusion of his career, Hunter became a member of the Mustang Track and Field 500-point club. His throwing coach, Bob Anderson, observed, with great character and an excellent work ethic, Hunter was a positive role model for his peers while excelling in the classroom and in athletics. He certainly exemplifies the high standard of excellence we expect from our Hall of Fame athletes. At the conclusion of the year, Hunter was named West Perry's Outstanding Senior Male Athlete, won the West Shore Hall of Fame Student Athlete Award, and was West Perry's male nominee for the prestigious John Travers Award. Hunter continued his academic and throwing careers at Penn State University. During his college career, he consistently threw the discus in the 140 feet to 150 feet range. Hunter graduated from Penn State with a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Soil Science. He currently serves as the Perry County Executive Director for the Farm Service Agency and is a member of the Agriculture, Local Advisory, and Occupational Advisory Committees. The West Perry Athletic Hall of Fame is thrilled to enshrine its newest member, Hunter Stamball. There are Hall of Fame athletes and Hall of Fame coaches, and then there are Hall of Fame contributors. However, contributor, simply put, is not descriptive enough when detailing the lasting legacy of the late John Alvanatakis. John is being represented this evening by his daughter, Callie Alvanatakis. She is being escorted by West Perry baseball coach Jeffrey Sano and West Perry boys soccer coach Jared Weibly. John had a lifelong love of sports, and it showed during his athletic careers at Ridley High School and West Chester University. Having put aside his dream of sports writing following college to support his family, he finally made it a reality later in life by accepting a job with Advanced Publications in New Bloomfield. John's enthusiasm for Perry County sports became immediately apparent. His stories grabbed readers' attention from the very first sentence, and with his vivid details, made them feel like they were a part of the action. But John wasn't just a sports writer, he was an artist. His medium was words and his surface was newsprint. For close to 30 years, John used his words to paint the landscape that was Perry County sports. He was undoubtedly Perry County's #1 sports fan. When a local athlete or team was enjoying success, no one was more excited or had a bigger smile on his face than John. He eventually became the sports editor for all 3 Perry County newspapers, the News-Sun, the Duncannon Record, and the Perry County Times. West Perry Athletic Director Ryan Anderson remarked of John's career, his full-time coverage of the Perry County schools was first class and gave coverage to thousands of athletes over that time. The story of West Perry Athletics was told through his voice. His effort to share the stories of Mustang athletes was above and beyond what a local sports reporter would do. He will be irreplaceable moving forward. John later expanded his writing into sports commentary with the creation of his own sports column, Beyond the Box Score, giving readers a glimpse behind the scenes and hearing stories that they might otherwise never know. He also used his column to put some attention or recognition on a person or subject that otherwise would have gone unnoticed. John's affinity for sports statistics and history was unparalleled, and he also enjoyed researching and writing stories about great Perry County athletes and teams from the past. 2 of John's friends, West Perry boys soccer coach Jared Weibly and West Perry baseball coach Jeff Sano, offered their thoughts on John. Coach Weibly commented that John was the one guy who I could count on
to get excited about this one little corner of the world, high school soccer, that matters to me and very few others. He was fully invested in the program, the athletes, and me as a person. He was able to contribute to these wonderful little moments because he had his finger on the pulse of everything that was happening with high school athletics in the county. Coach Sano reflected that Johnny A. was Perry County sports. He covered everything. No sport or event was too small. Johnny A. put in countless hours each week in order to create his stories, as he called them. These stories put smiles on the faces of many people throughout the county. Everyone loved Johnny A. He has been missed dearly. There were several times last season when I looked out at our home dugout and just couldn't believe he wasn't sitting there in his lawn chair with his scorebook in hand. What he did for Perry County sports will never be duplicated, ever. John Alvanatakis left an indelible mark on the history of Perry County athletics. We were fortunate for the time that his light shone upon us. To paraphrase the title of a song by Seals and Crofts, the likes of John will not pass this way again anytime soon. Now, with great respect, it is our honor to enshrine the late John Alvanatakis into the West Perry Athletic Hall of Fame. This brings our 2023 enshrinement ceremony to its conclusion, and we remind you to join us next autumn when we enshrine the class of 2024. We'd like to say a special thank you to the West Perry School District Administration, Athletic Committee, and to West Perry Athletics Director Ryan Anderson. Now please sit back and enjoy the second half of tonight's football game.
Definitely some emotion here during that enshrinement ceremony for the West Perry Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2023. Congratulations to all four inductees. Ashley Miller. No. Somebody just came up and asked us to play AC/DC. We're like, no. So yeah, congratulations to Ashley Miller, Zach Kell, Hunter Stanball, and of course Mr. John Alvanatakis. No doubt he is watching down on us from up above here tonight. Very emotional night here for West Perry Athletics Hall of Fame. Very quickly here, so I answer to a West Perry Athletic Parliamentary question game. Who was the first football player ever inducted into the West Perry Athletics Hall of Fame? Big surprise, Musa Smith. The first class was in 2009, and Musa Smith was the only football player inducted into the West Perry Athletics Hall of Fame that year. He played from 1996 to 2000. He was on a full scholarship to University of Georgia, and then later playing for 5 years with the NFL's Baltimore Ravens. And we're going to take a quick break here. Get set for the second half here as West Perry and Middletown take the field. We'll be right back in about 95 seconds for the start of the second half. We are back here getting set for the second half. Middletown is going to get the ball to start the second. Unless the West Perry goes for an onside kick here, which honestly wouldn't surprise us a bit, because that's what Ian Gooding has been able to do so far this year. Once again, we want to thank Carolina Home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wald. The Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. It is starting to get very cold here. I'm starting to regret my decision. I'm wearing a pink polo shirt and jean shorts. I'm freezing up here. Here we go. A short kick, and this will be recovered.
2736. A white Dodge Ram, license plate ZHY 2736. That vehicle needs to be moved.
And so that will be recovered. Number 24, that was Kane Kolonik. Michael Keynes, actually, for Middletown. Again, this has been a problem for Westbury football this year. Like, I understand you have a good kicker, but most of the time these onside kicks that they just went for do not go very well. And so Middletown will start the second half on their own 38. And we have a whistle timeout here. And don't know what this is all about. Looks like Westbury coaches are arguing about something here. So they'll add some time back on the clock, 11:56. They actually pushed up a little bit to the 38. I don't know what that was about, just getting some time back on the clock. And so here we go. This is McKinney looking at his stiff arm getting down. Big stop for McKinney that was Luis Roman with a stiff arm to take Brad Hockenberry down. And he's able to get 2 yards on that. Luis Roman on the run.
$258. That number is 716-3863. 716-3863.
So 2-yard gain for Roman.
In the next 5 minutes, we will draw a new ticket.
So 2nd and 8 from the Middletown 40. Number 17 in motion. That's Adio Johnson. And there's this going to be another 2-yard gain. This time for Jose Sanchez.
Hand off to number 1, Jose Sanchez. Combining the stop for the Mustangs, number 21, Cody Erno, and number 53, Quade Bowden.
So Cody Erno, Quade Bowden on the stop.
3rd and 5 for the Blue Raiders.
So it's a 3-yard gain officially. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Blue Raiders. We only have 4 broadcasts to have next week. 2 of them on Tuesday. Westbury Girls Volleyball will be live streamed. They'll have their senior day on Tuesday. Here comes McKinney. Empty backfield, and he's on a run. Looking for a big hole. It gets to the far other side. He is going to get the first down into Westbury territory. A great run there for the quarterback, Jamar McKinney, out to the Westbury 47. First down for the Blue Raiders. You can't imagine what the halftime talk was from first season head coach Scott Govern. Can't imagine it was very good, but Middletown's trying to get on the board here for the first time in a while. They were shut out last week, 35-0 at home against Trinity. There's a run, and that will be a 1-yard gain. Trying to separate the pile there. That was Luis Roman again. Gets 1-yard gain on that carry. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Blue Raiders.
3rd and 8. 2nd and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
Excuse me, 2nd and 9 here for the Blue Raiders. I think I said 3rd and 9. 2nd and 9 here for the Blue Raiders. Adio Johnson in motion. A handoff here to Sanchez. Sanchez got to get a few yards that time. Getting free is going to make it 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Blue Raiders. Without question, with the spot that Middletown is in, down by 24 at the start of the second half, if they don't get the first down here, they may very well have to go for it. I said Westbury scores another drive, and Middletown doesn't score on this drive. It could be very well out of reach. 3rd and 6 here for the Blue Raiders. 9 minutes to go. 3 minutes into the third quarter. And here's McKinney. McKinney looking to throw. And he's going to launch it downfield, and that will be dropped incomplete. That was Brashear Hunter. He was going down out of bounds. It would have been first down anyway. But now 4th down and 6. And the Middletown Blue Raiders offense is going to stay on the field. They're going to go for it here. Or maybe not. No, they're going to bring out the punt formation out. And Bryce Smith back deep to get this punt. And so low snap. Good block there for Landon Kaiser. And Kaiser able to get a roll inside the 10 and inside the 5 and mark down at the 4. Good punt there for the Blue Raiders. Despite a low snap, Landon Kaiser able to place it perfectly inside the 5. And the Mustangs will start their first drive of the second half, up by 24, looking to increase this lead. West Perry, according to Penn Live, is a 26-point favorite, up by 24 now. This is a really tough spot right at the 5 for Westbury. Quaker Goodling in motion. And we're going to have a whistle here. Yeah, this might be a false start, and indeed it is. That will take it half the distance to the 2.5-yard line. No doubt that head coach Bob Bowden talked to the Mustangs offensive line about the false start, and already before their first play of the second half, another false start here. Makes it half the distance to the 2.5-yard line. It would be 1st and 12. And here's Quaker. Quaker looking to get out of the end zone. He does. He's got to leap over to the 10, and this will be a flag down on the 10. Or really, they can't leap over. They can't leap over in high school. What rule was that? Really, I never knew that was a rule. Wow. So, yeah, it's a great run, but apparently not allowed in high school football. You gotta be kidding me! Who writes down these rules? So the officials are now getting together here on this penalty. No doubt we know what it was for, but that is just ridiculous. I mean, come on. So, what is the play call going to be here? An illegal run, an illegal jump? What signal is that? Marcus Quaker even wondering, what was that? What kind of what? It's a foul, but what kind of foul? Is it like a foot down? Illegal hurdle, but it was the signal? What? Just learned something new here tonight. You gotta be kidding me. PIAA, change that rule. Oh, man. So, illegal hurdling. Marcus Quaker is a good hurdler on the track and field team. He qualified for the state championships last year at Shippensburg University in that same event. Not allowed in football, apparently. PIAA, change that rule. And so here's a handoff to Hockenberry. It was going to be a first down for Quaker, but there's no hurdles on the football field. And fortunately, Hockenberry able to sniff it out for a first down all the way to the 15. I still can't get over that. I can't wait to get home and watch that replay. I mean, just going crazy. This is Jensen Hockenberry Falk Brad Hockenberry on the run there again. He'll lose yards that time. It's going to make it 2nd and 11 after a loss of 1. Yeah, like when I saw the officials like giving the signal for an illegal hurdle, I mean, it looked like he punched his fist to the turf, almost like a Roman Reigns WWE kind of thing. That's the signal, apparently. Maybe that's what the officials were talking about. It's like, what's the signal for that? So 2nd and 11 here. Put that question on Jeopardy. And this is going to be another run. Quaker taken down for another loss of a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Adiel Johnson credited with the stop. And it's going to be 3rd and 11. No gain, apparently, on Marcus Quaker. As Nolan Routhon is coming back in for the Mustangs. Man, I could really use some deep fried Oreos right now. Man. Hall of Fame night, Pink Out night, Youth night here at West Prairie Football. A lot of nights. Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Just a couple weeks away from Halloween. Yippee. Here's Quaker on a pitching throw to Hockenberry. Hockenberry's got to get wrapped up close to the 10. And it'll be a not a free and out, but it'll be 4th down. Forgot West Prairie had a first down on this drive. Hockenberry wrapped up at the 11. And it's 4th down. What do you do here if you're Marcus Quaker? We saw this earlier at Mustang Stadium against Juniata when Marcus Quaker had to punt from his own end zone, and then he faked it for a big 40-yard gain. And now Quaker will punt this ball away. That's only the 4th time this year that Marcus Quaker had to punt, and it'll take a West Prairie roll. Still in Middletown or West Prairie territory, marked at the 48, and that's where the Blue Raiders will take over. Good starting field position for the Blue Raiders. As we are very quickly halfway through the 3rd quarter. We want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for Week 8, West Prairie football 7-0. We're going to make it 8-0 for the 2nd straight year. Middletown canceling their season last year, and this time in Week 8 a year ago, West Prairie traveled to North Penn Mansfield, almost 200 miles from here. And it's a delay of game again called on the Blue Raiders. That's the 2nd time.
Delay of game called against the Blue Raiders. They make it 1st and 15 for the Blue Raiders on their own 47.
Yeah, maybe we all get like a shot clock here at Mustang Stadium. Did you hear that they're going to start doing the shot clock in PIAA basketball? No, I'm just kidding on that. So 1st and 15 after the delay of game. And it's a handoff to Sanchez, and Sanchez got to get past the 50. And this will be almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It will be 2nd and 11. That was Brazier Hunter actually on the run.
Mustangs, number 56, Nick Orman, number 62, Caleb Cordell. 2nd and 12 for the Blue Raiders.
2nd and 11 here for Middletown. McKinney, this guy handed off here again. 62 on the stop. That was Caleb Cordell again. That was Jose Sanchez on the run. No gain. Or actually, correction, he gets a couple of yards there. 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8 for the Blue Raiders.
Haven't heard anything about other scores in the Mid-Penn Conference around here. I know Big Spring and Bowling Springs played last night in the Battle of the Springs. Big Spring beating Bowling Springs last night. And here's a run here for number 28. That's Brashear Hunter again. He's got to get more than enough for a first down.
Number 28, Brashear Hunter taking the ball around the
Brashear Hunter, good run there. That'll be first down. Defending on 3rd and 8 to make it 1st and 10 from the Mustang, or the Mustang's 43-yard line. Excuse me, 33-yard line. Good drive going here for the Blue Raiders. And they've got movement, and this will be offside for the 3rd time here on the Mustangs. Twice in the first half, now once here in the second half. 3:54 to go, and it will be 1st and 5 from the West Prairie 28. Middletown's starting to get more comfortable here. Looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time in a couple weeks. And here's a handoff. A huge explosion up the middle and a touchdown-saving tackle there from Cole Brown to get down Brashear Hunter. And there was a ball pop loose there in the last second, but Hunter was clearly down. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. Big drive here. Middletown trying to get right back into this game. And a touchdown will do just that. But time running out. 3:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. That was Cole Brown with a touchdown-saving tackle. And here's again to Hunter. They're going with Hunter quite a bit here on this drive. Now this time it will not work. A whole swarm of Mustangs coming up for a loss of 2 yards, it looks like. It'll be 2nd and 12 here with about 3 minutes to go. Now for Middletown this year, it hasn't been a fantastic passing game for them this year, even with a senior quarterback in Jamar McKinney. It's mostly been a run game so far for the Blue Raiders, and they're barely able to get 2 touchdowns in a game. And here's Hunter again on a throw, on a pitching toss there, and Bryce Smith has got to wrap him up back up to 20, backwards again for a loss of 4. It'll be 3rd and 15 coming up from the 20. Correction, 3rd and 14 here from the 19. This West Prairie defense, especially on a run game, has been fantastic all year. Their best performance was back in week 4 on the road at Trinity when they shut down Messiah Mickens, a Penn State recruit. And now the running defense continues here. That was Hunter. Hunter had himself a big drive, and it'll end here on 4th down at the Mustang 18. I think if you're Middletown, you have to go for this. I mean, if you want to get on the board, great, then go ahead and kick the field goal. But it's 4th and 13 with 90 seconds to go in the 3rd, down by 24. I think you should go for this. And I believe that is the call. Or no, they're actually going to go for a field goal here. Landon Kaiser to attempt a 35-yard field goal attempt, and gets blocked. It's a live ball. I don't think Middletown realizes that, and now it's got to be picked up, and now whistle blown here, and an injured Blue Raider. Actually, they rolled a touchback. Georgie Hartwell is injured for the Blue Raiders. 59 seconds to go. Yeah, so they rolled a touchback. Field goal was blocked. Yeah, that rarely happens. I mean, I don't think it went in the end zone at all. And if it did, that would have been a touchback. But they ruled the play dead because of the injury.
Official timeout for an injury.
So an injury timeout. So yeah, apparently the ball did cross the goal line, and whenever that happens, it's dead. It's a touchback for Westbury after a blocked field goal. And whoa, Trinity in a close game right now against Camp Hill, 14-7. The Trinity Shamrocks. Next week, Trinity will be facing Steel High. That's a huge game next week for the Shamrocks and the Steamrollers. The injured player is number 52, George Hartwick, sophomore center / linebacker. It didn't really look like that Hartwick was touched. Westbury Athletic trainer Zach Rudy out there taking a look at the Middletown. We're going to take a timeout for our own here for this entry timeout. Westbury gets the ball back after a blocked field goal. Westbury leads 24-0 with 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after this entry timeout. We are back here. Entry timeout still going forward, and there's a lot of concern here for George Hartwick, the injured Middletown player. There's a lot of concern. A couple of the Westbury coaches are now over there attending to Hartwick, and this is very concerning here at Mustang Stadium. George Hartwick is still on the ground, and now they do set him up here, and now he's standing, so that was a good sign right there. It took a little bit. Oh man, Hartwick limping there. That does not look good for Middletown. George Hartwick, a sophomore. Yeah, we're just listening to the Middletown radio here. Like they have a solid point for head coach for Middletown, Scott Govern, saying that injury happened when the ball was live, but it shouldn't have been because the ball went over the goal line. That's going to be a touchback. The injury happened before the whistle was blown. But block field goal and a fumble here. Marcus Quaker has to land on top of it, and I think he does. It's going to be a loss of 3 officially. Yeah, Middletown's not going to be happy with the officiating here. George Hartwick is out. Most likely not going to return here for Middletown here tonight. Middletown will be at home one last time next week, and they host the Bowling Springs Bubblers for Middletown Senior Night. Here's Marcus Quaker looking to throw after the fumble recovery, and look for Ian Goodling, and it's out of reach, incomplete. 3rd down and 13 coming up with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Yeah, like Scott Governor is going to be concerned about the officiating because that injury could have very well been prevented. If the whistle was blown dead as soon as the field goal was blocked, which probably it should have been. But now 3rd and 13. Yep, our hopes go out to George Hartwig. Hopefully the injury is not too severe. But it did look bad from up here. 3rd and 13. Quaker looking to throw. He's got to keep it short to find Ian Goodling. He's got to get a couple of blockers. He'll get back past the 20. And nothing else. Is a rare 3 and out for the West Prairie Mustangs on offense. Big stop there, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter. No change in the score, and it's still 24-0 for the Mustangs at the end of three quarters. You are watching West Prairie football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter here on Mustang Stadium. Coming up after this game, we'll have the West Prairie Marching Band rock us out here to end this broadcast. We have a big broadcast schedule for next week. On Monday, we have a huge field hockey matchup. The undefeated West Prairie Mustangs escaped from Shippensburg yesterday with a 1-0 win. And West Prairie field hockey 15-0 for the first time in program history. As West Prairie Field Hockey on Monday will host the defending PIAA 3A state champions, Lower Dolphin Falcons, at 7:15. That will be our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. Then on Tuesday, we'll have two senior nights. West Prairie Girls Volleyball at home against Gettysburg for senior night. That game will be streamed live here on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. Well, I'll be down here at the football stadium, Mustang Stadium, for West Prairie Girls Soccer Senior Night, when West Prairie Girls Soccer are looking to continue a big playoff push. Currently ranked number 10 right now in District 3 2A. Top 10 teams qualify for the playoffs. West Prairie Girls Soccer Senior Night next Tuesday against James Buchanan at 6:30. Then on Thursday night, we'll have West Prairie Boys Soccer Senior Night. Next Thursday, Boys Soccer against Gettysburg at 7 o'clock. And that is our broadcast schedule for next week. And then after that, might have a couple games for the playoffs here in Mustang Stadium. I don't think we're going to be broadcasting anything because of the dumb media rights fees for PIAA District 3. I hope I don't get suspended for saying that. But, yep, after next week, we'll only have one more broadcast in the fall sports season, when West Prairie football 2 weeks from tonight hosts the defending 1A state champion Steelton High Spire Steamrollers 2 weeks from tonight. That ought to be a huge game for West Prairie football, and that will be senior night for the Mustangs 2 weeks from tonight. Second and 8 here for Middletown after a 2-yard run. Middletown shutting down the Mustangs 3 and out. That's a rarity for West Prairie football this season. That was Braden Porcello for Middletown. Seems like a little bit of change in personnel for the Middletown offense. Jamar McKinney still out there for the Blue Raiders. There's a run for number 22. Now it's Braden Costello again. And it'll be 4th down. A gain of 3 that time. Makes it 4th and 4. Or actually, a gain of 1 that time. And 4th and 4 for the Blue Raiders. And now Middletown down 3 now, but I think they're going to go for it here. Bryce Smith is back deep for the Mustangs. And nope, Middletown is going to punt away. Landon Kaiser to punt. Once again, a high snap, able to keep it down. He's actually going to run with this. And he's going to run out of room and out of bounds, and that will not do it. No gain there on the fake punt. Ian Goodling on the good coverage. Ian Goodling gets a turnover on downs. Mustangs will start their next drive in good position. Actually, I just remember that West Bay did score in the 3rd quarter. They scored 1 touchdown. So the Mustangs are going to keep this streak going. I don't think there has ever been a quarter for West Prairie this year where they haven't scored. And here comes a run for Brad Hockenberry on the handoff. Hockenberry takes a big hit, and he'll be down around the 32-yard line. Good 5-yard gain, makes it 2nd and 5.
Handoff number 44, Brad Hockenberry. Number 24, Kane Kalanick will be stopped for the Blue Raiders.
Next 2 games for Middletown to end the season. They'll have senior night next week against the Boiling Springs Bubblers. And then 2 weeks from tonight on the 27th, Middletown will be on the road at the Big Spring. The Springs teams for Middletown the next 2 games. And there's a good run, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Mark down at 25 is Hockenberry, or Jensen Hockenberry Folk. Gets out to the 25. 1st down, Mustangs.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs on the Blue Raider 25.
It really wasn't really bad defense for the Middletown Blue Raiders, and now Middletown's got to call a timeout before 1st and 10 after 25. 8:38 to go here in the 4th quarter at Mustang Stadium. West Prairie next 2 games to end the regular season, looking to finish perfect. Remember, West Prairie football is the only undefeated team left in District 3 AAA class. After Wyomissing and Lancaster Catholic each lost last week. Wyomissing lost to Cocalico, and Lancaster Catholic lost to Enfield Cleona last week. And West Prairie before last week was ranked number 3rd. Now they are ranked number 1 in a District 3 AAA. That would be huge, and the Mustangs can go into their undefeated. We heard Trinity is in a close game right now at Camp Hill. Camp Hill is no pushover, ladies and gentlemen. That's West Prairie's next opponent next week at Camp Hill for a final road game of the regular season for the Mustangs. Of course, you can catch that game live on the official Facebook page of the Golden Pipes at West Prairie Athletics. Facebook.com/WP Golden Pipes. Next week, football at Camp Hill. And here comes Marcus Quaker looking for a deep throw on 1st down, and this is going to be incomplete. Outreach for Bryce Smith. And that was almost intercepted even by Middletown. Jamar McKinney had his hand on it right at the end of the end zone. McKinney already had 1 interception in this game. Marcus Quaker throwing his 3rd interception of the year, his 2nd in as many games. 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Quick screen here to Brad Hockenberry. Hockenberry's got to get wrapped up after a couple of yards. Not got to get to the 20. It'll be 3rd and maybe 7 for the Mustangs.
Quaker ties complete number 44. Brad Hockenberry taken down by number 1, Jose Sanchez for the Blue Raiders. 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Man, it is really cold here. I'm starting to see my breath here a little bit. It's really cold in here. I'm starting to see my breath. I should have worn a sweatshirt. I'm only wearing my pink polo shirt and jean shorts in the middle of October. Hey, I think the weather's beautiful. It's just cold. Here comes Quaker with the run, and this is that almost looked like a late hit, but Quaker is going to be marked out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and it'll be good enough for a first down. Not first and goal, but first and 10 from the 11. Tomorrow, West Prairie Field Hockey has a huge day tomorrow. They will be at Cumberland Valley tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. where they take on the defending PIAA 2A state champions, Mechanicsburg Wildcats, tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Cumberland Valley. It is supposed to be raining all day tomorrow. So if you plan on being at Cumberland Valley, prepare to be wet or bring an umbrella. Rain jacket is probably going to be cold too. Tomorrow for field hockey at Cumberland Valley, taking on the Mechanicsburg Wildcats in the Cumberland Valley Field Hockey Tournament. Here comes a run for Hockenberry, and Hockenberry got get inside the 10, and that was Jensen Hockenberry Folk, and it'll be second down at the 8-yard line.
Second and 7 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, free for Jensen Hockenberry Folk, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. We encourage everyone to stick around for the West Prairie Athletic post-game report, as we'll have final stats for West Prairie and Middletown, as well as the marching band performance from our West Prairie marching band. There's a weird handoff here to Hockenberry, and Hockenberry falling couple of tackles and being pushed back some more. He'll be marked out of bounds, and it's a big loss outside the 10, making the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11 coming up. Big announcement from West Prairie Marching Band last week. They had their first competition last week at Halifax, and they dominated that performance. And with that, West Prairie's actually got to take a timeout here, but the West Prairie Marching Band got promoted last week to the Open Division, one of the toughest divisions in U.S. bands in the entire country. And the National Championships, get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't heard about this already, the West Prairie Marching Band, they'll be at the National Championships on Saturday, November 4th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the New York Giants and the New York Jets. That is awesome for the West Prairie Marching Band, and you're going to see them live here after this game. After this game has concluded. Huge congratulations to the West Prairie Marching Band, defending Pennsylvania State champions from a year ago, finishing 4th in the national championships in Allentown last year. And November 4th, MetLife Stadium. The crazy thing about that too is, if West Prairie football keeps going, then they'll be in action the night before. That could be a long night for West Prairie Marching Band. Quaker looking to throw. He's under heavy pressure. He flies towards the end zone and caught. Touchdown, Mustangs. Ian Goodling all by himself. But to hold everything, there is a flag on the play, marked at the 27-yard line. This might be a legal block on the Mustangs. The officials getting together on this. If this is not a foul, then this is a touchdown to Ian Goodling. Ian Goodling was left all by himself in between two defenders. Officials taking a while here on this penalty. Looks like West Prairie is already formed up to try to go for this again. This might be on the Mustangs. What is the call, official? And it is A blindside block called against the Mustangs. I didn't really see anything, but hey, I'm way up here. I'm not down on the field. And so they'll mark it from the spot of foul. They throw it to the 20 now. And so, what is that, a 5-yard penalty? Nope, it's 5, 10. Nope, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And they'll mark Westbury way back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and forever. They have to get it to the 2-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 34. They have to get it to the 2-yard line on 3rd and 34. 6:07 to go here at Mustang Stadium. And we see Coach Quaker not very happy about this penalty, but they got to push him back. And now the officials are back together again for some reason. Man, we got some crazy officiating here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen some crazy officiating before on the road, but never here at Mustang Stadium. There's all sorts of confusion here at Mustang Stadium tonight. And now what? Now they're going to mark at the 27-yard line. Okay, now I see what they're getting at. They're saying it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter where it was at. So that'll make it 3rd and 26. Excuse me, 3rd and 25 here for the Mustangs. Just so much confusion here tonight. 3rd and 25 for the Mustangs. Brad Hockenberry in motion. No doubt Quaker looking to throw. He's got to get under pressure. And Ian Gooding left off by himself. He's got to go nowhere near the first down. But he gets marked at the 15. It'll be 4th down. Tomorrow afternoon, Penn State Nittany Lions is back after their bye week. Currently ranked number 6 in the country. And they're back at home tomorrow against UMass. Now, Minutemen coming to Penn State tomorrow at 3:30 over on the Big Ten Network. Ian Goodling about to attack on a field goal here. This is a 32-yard field goal attempt, and this is going to be nowhere close, and it'll be no good. Looks like there might have been something there on the hold from Marcus Quaker. So the Mustangs still on top 24-0 with 5:55 to go. Seems like a lot of fans have left here.
No, that's the offensive coordinator.
Actually, there was some reserve seating for the West Bay Hall of Famers, and looks like most of them are left already. Once again, congratulations to Zach Kell, Hunter Stanbaugh, Ashley Miller, and John Afalatek is being inducted into West Bay Hall of Fame here tonight. So here we go with Jamar McKinney again. 1st and 10 from the 20. And a whistle blown, false start on the Blue Raiders. At this point, for the Blue Raiders, the best they can do is score, because remember, they were shut out last week at home 35-0 against Trinity. And they've been shut out twice so far, not just last week, but also back in game 1 for Middletown at home. They lost 46-0 against Lower Dolphin. That's a tough schedule for Middletown. I mean, they had Lower Dolphin, Milton Hershey, Susquehanna Township, and Light Mountain. Of course, you got Steel High and Trinity on top of that, and the Mustangs. There's McKinney, and another flag is about to be thrown here. McKinney out of bounds inside the 10. Another penalty marker is down. And it looks like it's got to be on Middletown. I think this is going to be a holding on the Blue Raiders. So it's and penalty is actually going to be declined here because there was a long loss there for the Blue Raiders. So it'll be second down. Second and 22 now. It's a loss of 7. And now a timeout is going to be called. Timeout for Middletown. And we're going to take a quick break ourselves. Here watching West Prairie football against the Middletown Blue Raiders on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. 5:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. West Prairie up 24-0. And we are back here after the Middletown timeout. West Prairie is looking for their first win against Middletown in 12 years. Last time the Mustangs beat the Blue Raiders was back in 2012 when Zach Smith was the quarterback. Getting a halftime deficit and getting a win in 2012, and the Mustangs, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the first time that the Mustangs will shut out Middletown unless something happens here in the next 5.5 minutes. And that was Jamar McKinney on the run. We're going to have another timeout here. Or actually, there's a flag, actually. It's a holding call against Middletown, and it'll be declined again. So that'll make it third down. Third down and forever. Third down long. Third and 16 after a 6-yard gain from McKinney. If you're in Middletown, you cannot afford to get shut out for the second consecutive week, because next week you're back at home against the Baldwin Springs Bubblers. Big Spring beat the Bubblers last night on a Thursday night matchup. Third and 16. McKinney looking to throw. McKinney got to go up the middle, and he'll run for it. He's got to get close to a first down. He has an opportunity, and he will not get there. It was close. Ian Goodling and Cody Erno on the stop, and it'll be 4th and 2. Middletown has to go for this. I'll be shocked if they don't. Actually, Trent Hockenberry credit with the stop there, too. Timeout's going to be caught here by Middletown here again. That's the last charge timeout for Middletown. They're out of timeouts, and 4:10 to go. 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. No doubt Middletown's got to go for this, but then if they don't get it, West Prairie will get the ball back. What do you do there on a Mustangs next drive? And oh my goodness, a tough final for the Camp Hill Lions, losing by 1, 14-13. The Trinity Shamrocks survive an upset bid against Camp Hill. And now the Lions, the Camp Hill Lions, that's West Prairie's next opponent next week at Camp Hill. That could make things very exciting next week. Man, that's big time. Trinity is facing Steel High next week. And a battle that could determine the difference between first and second in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. West Prairie on top, tied with Steel High right now. And they looked like they were going for it, and McKinney just punched it away. He's got to take a Middletown bounce and gets marked out at the 37-yard line.
Punt by Jamar McKinney goes out of bounds. First and 10 for the Mustangs.
So the Mustangs do get the ball back. And Marcus Quaker is back out there for the Mustangs. I mean, I understand if Middletown didn't have a chance of getting back when they're going for fourth down, but I mean, when you're down, like, you at least play for pride here, and now a lot of Middletown fans are starting to make their way towards the exits. It has been that kind of season. I mean, really, it's a shame what happened to Middletown last year with the Hastings incident. If you know the details, you know the details. But they were a really good team before that happened. And now, like, with this happening and you lose all your star players, and yeah, they have a bunch of seniors, but most of them probably never played football before. Like, what? I feel really bad for Middletown. I really do. But yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind that Middletown is going to be back. I mean, it's a program that I used to go for. They used to win district championships. They used to play for the state championships. I mean, this was a powerhouse program, and now it's pretty much just out of way. And screen pass here, dangerous there. Good stop there for Brashear Hunter. Bryce Smith with the catch, but he actually loses a yard there on a screen pass. Or no gain, actually. It's going to be actually a loss of 2 there, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
For the Blue Raiders, 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
So a loss of 2 on the screen. Down Mustangs. No flags. 62 yards for Marcus Quaker. And that will wrap it up here at Mustang Stadium. 30-0. Marcus Quaker getting a couple of blocks. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. And it's now 30-0 with the extra point still to come. That was a fantastic play. But at the same time, was it really necessary? I mean, I understand this is a team that's used to scoring 40 points a game, but against a Middletown team like this, I don't know about that. I mean, good for them, really. 2:15 to go. Extra point is up, and it's good. 31-0 for the West Prairie Mustangs. Well on their way to starting 8-0 with 2 games left to go in the regular season.
The West Prairie Mustangs 31, the Middletown Blue Raiders 0.
Yeah, this is just one of those games where you just feel sad for the other team. I just can't help it. And especially with the history that Middletown, all the scrutiny that they have faced for the last few years, especially last year. I mean, man, this is just sad. But West Prairie will be back in full gear next week for their final road game of the regular season when they head to Camp Hill next week. That ought to be a big game. Camp Hill just losing 14-13 against Trinity here tonight. Not here, but tonight.
Kick for the Mustangs, back deep to the Blue Raiders. Number 8, Nikkei Zenon, and number 28, Brashear Hunter.
So at least Middletown has got to have one more chance to score here tonight. And this will be taken by Zenon. And there's a kickoff return, and this is looking good for the Blue Raiders, and just short of midfield. That was a good run for Brashear Hunter. And knocked down at the Middletown 47, 48-yard line.
Return for the Blue Raiders. Combined on the stop for the Mustangs, number 14, Ian Goodley.
We have seen that a couple of times for our West Prairie kickoff team.
First and 10 for the Blue Raiders.
Where they give us some big runs. I think only 2 of them have gone. Only one has gone deep for a touchdown. But good starting field position here for the Blue Raiders at the 47. McKinney with one more chance of getting the Blue Raiders on the board. They were shut out last week 35-0. They're down here 31-0 here. McKinney looking to throw. He's got all it deep. Wide open look and it's caught. Down at the 15. That is number 8, Nikia Sinon. And that is going to be first and goal for the first time. Man, he was left wide open. I don't know where that came from. But the Middletown Blue Raiders are in great shape now. First and goal for the first time for the Blue Raiders. On a deep first down play, go for 50 yards. You don't see that very often for Middletown this year. Okay, here's the handoff. And looks like it might be a gain of 1.
Handoff to Jose Sanchez.
That was Jose Sanchez on the run.
For the Mustangs, number 21, Cody Ono, and number 56, Nick Orman. Second and goal for the Blue Raiders. There were 2 flags on the play.
And actually, 2 penalty markers down on the play. One is a unsportsmanlike conduct called on Middletown. And unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mustangs as well. There must have been a little bit, there must be a couple words exchanged down there after that play. So those penalties will offset, and they'll stay second down. That's the call of the game right there. Now. So Middletown second and 8 now. Right side here. And coming for Hunter. And Hunter will get wrapped up outside the 10-yard line. A big loss. Third and goal coming up from the 11.
Handoff to Luis Roman.
That was Luis Roman on the run. And it's good. We're down to final bay here. Middletown has one more chance to score. I am third and goal from the 11. They have to throw it in the end zone here. They have to take a chance with Jamar McKinney, the senior quarterback. 3 wide here for the Blue Raiders. And handoff here to Sanchez, and that will go nowhere. A loss of a yard again, and timeout's going to be called for Middletown. And no, clock will keep on running. No, clock will keep on running, and that is going to take us, unless the Middletown can finally get snapped down. Middletown has got to hurry here because they're out of timeouts. So now Middletown, one more chance, 5 seconds to go. This will end the game, and McKinney's going to throw, and he's under heavy pressure. He's going to throw it, and caught in the final second for a Blue Raiders touchdown. Nikia Sinon. Nikia Sinon, in the time expires, prevents the second straight shutout for Middletown. That's a good note to end on there. Middletown not having a great season, and they got shut out last week. They were down to the final play. They really wanted to score. The extra point would not be attempted, and that will take us to our final score here. West Prairie wins 31-6 to improve to 8-0 for the second straight year and only the third time in program history. What a season it has been for the West Prairie Mustangs. Middletown finally gets on the board, preventing being shut out for a third time this season. And handshakes are coming down. And for the first time since 2012, the West Prairie Mustangs have beaten the Middletown Blue Raiders. The all-time series now at 11-7. West Prairie beating Middletown for only the 7th time in program history. First time since 2012. We are going to get some final stats here from our statistician, Devin Whitfield. A big night here for Marcus Quaker. He is going to be our West Prairie Athletic player of the game. And the Middletown Blue Raiders, their tough season continues. Now 1-7 overall, 1-3 in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. They'll be at home one last time next week when Middletown hosts the Boiling Springs Bubblers for senior night. Big night for the Mustangs, 8-0, and now 4-0 in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. West Prairie will be on the road one last time in the regular season next week when they head down to Camp Hill to take on the Lions. Camp Hill just losing 14-13 against Trinity tonight. And that ought to be a big game for West Prairie football. Looking to go 9-0 for the second straight year. Hanging to the game of Steel High. That'll be the next time we'll see West Prairie football here at home for senior night. 2 weeks from tonight against the Steelton High Spire Steamrollers, the defending Capital Division champions, defending District 3 champions, defending 1A state champions. 2 weeks from tonight for West Prairie football senior night against Steel High. 2 weeks from tonight. Cannot wait to see you there. Next week we have we have a couple broadcasts next week. It all starts on Monday when West Prairie Field Hockey, a huge game to end the regular season, as West Prairie Field Hockey will host the defending PIAA 3A state champions, Lower Dolphin Falcons. That game will start at 7:15 for our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We are waiting for the teams to get off the field so we can have the West Prairie Marching Band performance out here. Yeah. I think we're actually going to skip the stats here. We can catch all the stats on the article next week in the Prairie County Times, also on PennLive.com, most likely. Unless if Devin Whitfield can give us some stats. Not all of them, but just a couple of them. Marcus Quaker, a big night for him. A 62-yard rushing touchdown was the last scoring play for the Mustangs. So once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. My name is Alex Waldy. Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. We'll be right back to get final stats here, along with our West Prairie Marching Band performance. And we are back here. We're going to end the broadcast right here with our West Prairie Marching Band, who just got promoted to the Open Division last week after a dominant win at Halifax last week.
Part 2, Compassion, is a beautiful ballad that features alto saxophone soloist Isabel. And powerful conclusion to our show.
And so we are going to send it to the West Prairie Marching Band, being promoted to the Open Division in the U.S. Bands last week, where they'll have the national championships on November 4th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.